Okay, our Coors Light pole sitter for tomorrow night's 54th annual Wonderful Pistachios 400 here at Richmond International Raceway is David Reutimann. He drives the number 00 Aaron's Dream Machine Toyota from Michael Waltrip Racing. Congratulations, David. How's it feel to be sitting on the pole tomorrow night?
It feels great. I mean, this is our first pole here, and first pole in a while for the Aaron's Dream Machine. We've went from getting a couple a year to it's been a little while. It's been a dry spell for us, so it feels good. I thank everybody at Aaron's and for sticking with us here. It hasn't things haven't gone quite the way we wanted them this year, but working hard to get things turned around, and I think what you're seeing is a direct result of some of the stuff we're doing different.
Questions now for David. If you have one, raise your hand. Questions for David Reutimann. Al's got one right here. We can get him the mic right here on the front row.
Yeah, David, Al Pearson, Auto Week. Almost everybody who's been in here today has had some slight chance of making the chase. You're pretty much toast.
It's not looking that way for me, is it?
Right.
No.
Does that take some – can you run the race you want to run and not have to worry about anything? Is that a bit of an advantage maybe? To not have to protect anything?
Well, I guess you could look at it as it being an advantage, but obviously didn't do what we set out to do this year. So that's a huge disappointment. But now your only choice to turn your season around is go and just get wins, get top 5 finishes and get wins, because that's the only thing that's going to make a difference at this point. You're not going to be in the chase. You're not going to win the championship. So the only thing that can make your season feel a little bit better is go out and get a couple wins and carry yourself through the off season so you can come back a little bit stronger.
Go ahead, Jim. John, let's get him a mic, please. Thanks.
Jim Undershaw, Observer. In your position, David, does work on 2012 start now? Has it already started, or do you just kind of continue? Like you mentioned briefly that you had made some changes, and this may have been a benefit of that. Has that work trying to change things around already started?
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is you follow us well enough to know that it just seems to never stop anymore. It just everything changes so much and it's constantly evolving that the car that you came here with earlier in the year is probably going to be completely different than the car you come back with, just because things change so much. And so we're not it's not a situation where you write off any point of the year, because you can't. So I think to answer your question is just our stuff constantly evolves, and we have new hybrids and different things coming out almost every other week in different situations. Not always huge things, but different things we're trying. Some stuff works, some stuff doesn't. But then hopefully you can apply that to the end of the year and use it to help you a little bit at the start of your next year, because it's going to just change all year next year too.
Go ahead right here, Tim.
Tim Perrell, Richmond Times-Dispatch. I asked this question to Jamie. Since you're not in the hunt and there's a lot on the line for the other guys, how do you approach strategically this race, especially since you're up front?
Yeah, no different than any other race. I mean, just go out there and try to outrun them, and hopefully, you don't want to mess with anybody's day. But I'm out for me, man. It's you got a job to do, so we need to go do it. And so just race everybody with respect, which is something I've tried to do all year long, and just try to outrun the guys we need to outrun, which is everybody in our situation.
Over here, Kim, right here.
Kim Robertson, InsiderRacingNews.com. I've been asking everybody their memories of what you were doing on 9/11 with the 10th anniversary weekend. Can you tell us about your day?
I hadn't even at that point. I didn't even have a ride in the in any series for that matter. I was racing dirt cars and pavement cars at a local level, and I was actually with Joe Nemechek. Brian Patty was his crew chief at the time. I was with Joe Nemechek at Kansas at a test back when there was some open testing and you could test. So I was there. I wasn't driving anything. I was just there helping, and and we were just unloading the cars and stuff like that when the news came through. And man, it was obviously everybody remembers what they were doing that day. But I actually happened to be at a racetrack for a test that particular day. Yeah, we're always working on something to do with a car somewhere, so that's it seems to be the motif around here, I guess.
Anything else for David? Okay, David, thanks for coming in. Congratulations on getting the Coors Light pole, and good luck tomorrow night. Thank you.